for an hour and a half, and some of us get very hungry.
Yeah, they don't give you prime time.
No.
You're kind of like the
And so,
midnight show, the late movie they just stick on at 11 o'clock at night.
yes. And so because of that, I've made a theme for what's going to be in the background with this class, and it is going to be food.
Oh, let's learn Hebrew. 7.
So I figured that food's going to be the background theme, so this way to remind everyone that I might be hungry when we finish. So
Yeah.
and so we have our usual things where we start off talking a little about the land, some famous phrases, some roots to review, my computer. We have some new letters, which then leads to some new roots and some new words, of course. And then the next parts we're going to go into the book itself. I didn't copy it out into the presentation this time. I felt lazy. So we're going to talk a little about Jewish life. Then we're going to go into prayers, which is part of why we're learning Hebrew. And then to life.
Oh, the Hebrew
Oh boy,
Yes.
here comes trouble.
My wife's coming.
What?
Yeah.
So,
Do I have time to make a cup of coffee?
well, I'll try and talk loud. How does that work?
You what?
I'll try and talk
We've already
loud.
We've already started so.
Yeah.
Here she is.
Okay. So I'm talking about the land. Say, I just put a basic thought. Muslims and many others will try to tell you the lineage of Abraham should be through Esau. But Hashem spoke to Moses that we were the chosen people. Many generations later, through Isaac and Jacob, says the lineage through Esau just doesn't hold up when you look at it logically.
What is that now?
Muslims will tell that the lineage goes through Esau, so the land should be theirs. But
It goes through the promise.
it goes through, but the lineage actually goes through Moses. God told Moses we're the chosen people when he gave us the Torah. And so the lineage of Esau just doesn't hold up just based on that alone.
So I look at it,
Yeah.
that's the New Testament where it talks about the promise,
Yeah,
that all who are of Israel are not necessarily Israel. Israel went through Jacob, not Esau.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they went through Isaac, Jacob.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah, not through Ishmael, not through
Yeah.
There's a guy that's been interviewing lots of Muslims. He was taking some
Yeah,
because of people in his class, and it was amazing. I listened to the stories of how much they believe that the Jews swayed off at the point, I think it was the spies, and that it kept going through Ishmael. And they're just as, and they're in a small community where
Yeah.
even atheists will argue with you about this is how
Right.
it came from Adam.
they never hear the truth.
And then they say that the Muhammad part just came to remind them that it was always from the beginning. It's kind of,
Right.
yeah, it was
And
really
how they
shocking.
explain Moses, because that wasn't through that
Well,
lineage.
it's good to know so that if you ever get the opportunity to witness,
Yeah.
you understand what they believe.
I've heard that.
Yeah, that was so new to me.
But we have other experiences that tell us differently.
Oh, yeah.
So now we have some famous phrases, as we usually do. First one, a quote. Never has a city had so much power over a people's imagination. Never were people more loyal than our ancestors who endured 20 centuries of exile and persecution so that their children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren would come home to Israel, Er HaKodesh, the holy city, the home of the Jewish people. And that was said by Rabbi Jonathan Sachs. Very wise man. Next
When
quote.
was he?
What?
When was he alive?
He just passed away.
He just passed away recently.
I guess
Yes.
it's probably been a year now.
Yes. We're in base C.
Oh, thank you.
Another quote. When there is no shared morality, there is no society. Instead, there are subgroups and hence identity politics.
It's not that way.
Right. I just thought that was appropriate for this week. That was said by Jonathan Sachs. Next quote to start off with. We may be the fewest of all people, but when we heed God's call, we have the ability, proven many times in our past, to mend and transform the world. Everyone want to guess who said that?
Rabbi Sachs.
What?
Rabbi Sachs.
Oh, gee, how'd you know?
Wow.
And we have one more. To find God, you don't have to climb to heaven or cross the sea. God is here. God is now. God is life.
That's who we get.
Yep. One more by Rabbi Jonathan Sachs.
Okay.
I figured I found a good person who gave lots of good quotes. Might as well stay with him.
Right.
So now we can go to Roots to Review. Just so you know, because you didn't hear when we started, that last time we stayed about an hour and a half extra class, and some of us were a little hungry, so I have food as a background theme today. just
To
to
make
remind.
us hungrier.
What?
That's like a fast. Well, listen,
I'm
at
being-
the end of fast, you start sending pictures of
Yeah.
relief.
I'm being mean in this.
Thought you should bring samples of all that. You know, then we could probably.
Well, if you want to stay late, the next time I may bring some food and just have it sitting here and telling you can't have that. That's mine.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to bring something like bacon and cream cheese, but it's not really great.
Okay, so we've gone over 8 root words already.
Cabbage.
Yes, see his work.
Dadgum.
And the root words we've covered so far: Shabbat, Shalom, yeah, keep going.
Oh, Shemer.
Shema, Shema, yes. Natan, Natan, yes. Baruch, yeah. Shuv, yeah. Very good. You're recognizing it even without the vowels. Good.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into all the words that those came from. We have the last class we do after we finish the book. We'll go into some of those and
But
go
a
into.
list of each one, the words that come from the roots.
Yes. And I've given out sheets with that also. Which reminds me from last month's class, I couldn't find the sheet that had the words. So you're closest, so you're the one who has to get up. We'll pass that out so that you have those exercise sheets with the words from last class, even though they are in the book. What?
Page.
1 page, yes. So we have some new letters today. And the first letter is Zadik. What?
Zion.
Yeah, I'm being mean this class today. I've never been to Russ and Daughters, though. I think it's a newer one. I have word for Frankels. And on the other side is Katz's.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Katz's is good. In front of the restaurants that serve them.
Why are you trying to make us hungry?
Because last time we stayed an hour and a half to 2 hours after class.
So we wrap it up.
And, yeah. And I have a habit, a lot of times I don't eat breakfast, I don't bring a snack, so my first meal on Shabbat sometimes is when I leave here at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I was a little hungry last time, so I'm trying to remind people.
Well,
I'll
I
be
think
kinder
you should
next
bring
class.
bagels and cream cheese. That
Okay.
was smart.
And next letter we have is the Tzaddik Sofit, the final Tzaddik. And the third letter that's in the book is Dalet. And actually one more, Yod, yes. It's pronounced Yod, Y-O-D, though some pronounce it Y-A-D, Yad. What?
That's ham.
Yes.
We can't put some
But we
food
didn't
in
get to
there,
that
so you
yet.
have to go past the food.
What?
I said you put the food right in the middle,
Yes.
so you have to go from the zadi way past the food.
Yeah. I'll make it easier in the next one, but we're gonna have different foods. It's,
Mashban,
yeah. So the Tzaddik. I figured this might be cool to some people having the pictures of the food like this.
It's starting to.
Well, it shows my warped sense of humor also.
I had Sporilla, so I'm good.
Okay. Tzaddik. It's the 18th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which makes it the number 90. If you look at the shape of it, it looks like a nun with a yud above it, so it shows our humility as we surrender to God who is above us. Represents the Creator above, who animates us below, and Tzaddik is an extension of God here in the world to help people. Another key trait is hiddenness. The word tzaddik is used a lot to describe a righteous person. So tzaddik, the tzaddik hidden because they appear as an ordinary person, despite their great spiritual stature. You'll notice there are, with people that have been donating to what's going on in North Carolina and to parts of Tennessee, with famous people, you'll notice there are two types of people. One that'll get on TV and talk about all the things he's doing for everyone. And then there's the one who just does things and doesn't say a word about it. But you hear about other people that are saying, hey, I just saw this person doing this.
And expects no recognition.
He's not doing it for the recognition. Now, which one do you think would be considered tzaddik? The second one, yeah. I know there's one actor that's helped you on the cameras immediately to tell everyone about all the great things he's doing. I forget his name, but he was the main actor in The Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He does things without looking for recognition. You find out about what he's doing based from people seeing what he's doing and putting it on videos and distributing them. He's known that if he sees someone sitting out that's asking for money for food, he'll take them, buy them a meal, sit and eat with them, spend an hour talking with them, and see how else he can help them, rather than just, here's 50 cents, here's a buck, and just keep walking. He tries to have an effect on a person's life.
Next week.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
I never saw Matrix. Because they become a cult around it, so I never.
What?
I said I never wanted to see it because a bunch of people I know got to like a cult.
Yeah, you can make a cult out of anything if you really put effort into it.
That was really bad.
Yeah. Next letter is the Tzaddik Sofit, which there isn't that much more to talk about it because it basically has the same principles as Tzaddik, just at the end
Looks
of
like a ball with the yod on it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob, yeah.
Yeah, the length, though, you could actually say it might look like a final nun. So you have the nun and the final nun, the nun Sofit, with the yud on it. So it has the same principles built into it. It's the fifth of the 5 final letters, which makes it the number 900. I believe we have one more to still learn.
That's interesting because the first one's 90 and that one's 900. How it fell out that way. It's God.
It's a miracle. And then
Like,
He's doing a really good job at
Yeah.
making us hungry.
Next, what? Next letter is the Dalet. Some people pronounce it Daled with a D sound instead of a T sound at the end. I guess that's the difference between
Daleg.
Dalet.
Oh, with the D at the end, Daleg.
Yeah. Difference between Sephardic and Ashkenazic pronunciations.
Oh,
There's subtleties here and there. But you never really, when you're saying a word, you're saying the pronunciation, not the name of the letter. So that's really a minor point. It's the fourth letter of the Hebrew alphabet, represents the physical world. And it also, if you look at the shape, it's a door or a gate that indicates a resistance and a state of selflessness and humility needed to pass through it. It's shaped like a step also, and it gives things structure and form. Dal is in someone's name. It means strong will, diligence, perseverance, patience, ability to concentrate, organization, planning, building. It shows us the structure and stability required to receive. My Hebrew name does not have a Dalet in it.
I need it.
Okay. And last letter, Yod. That's the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Yod is a hand. It also means a Jew. You have a phrase that some people call Jewish people Yids, which is like the Yod, but also is short for Yiddish, because European Jews spoke Yiddish, so that phrase became attached to them. And typically when you use two Yods together, it represents God, because when two Jews come together, it invokes God's presence. It's also the number 10, which is the number of creation. 10 utterances created the world, 10 generations between great people, Adam to Noah, to Abraham, to Moses, to David. There were 10 plagues, 10 challenges in the desert, 10 commandments, and when 10 gather in his name, he is there. It's also considered like an infinite dot, because it's almost the size of a dot. It's a spark or essence of the divine. And it's like taking it to a higher level, because the Aleph is that essence, that spark. It's the oneness, and here you have the oneness on a higher level when it becomes 10. Any thoughts or questions on the letters? No? So you all know them well by now, yes?
That meaning,
What?
just that meaning that you showed.
Okay. So next we're going to go into root words, and first, a word from our sponsor. Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. See, there's no food on this one. But they have good food there.
It's not Tel Aviv.
What?
It's not Tel Aviv.
And today's word is with the Tzaddik, Vav, and Hay. Or Tzav.
Okay, so you're saying those are also words?
Yes.
So we learned the letters and then those are words.
Yeah. And Tzav is the root word that we're basing everything on today.
It's the root word that might be your-
It's the root word that we're using today. You have to remember, it's important to return to our roots, so we know everything, and to be clear about what they mean. Clear what things mean. A small misunderstanding could bring big consequences. So as we said, the new root is zav, which means to command or to order, which is why I have the delis there. Katz's Deli I've ordered from many times. What? Yeah. Well, their corned beef sandwiches are really good. What?
Lox and bagels.
Yeah, that's Russ and Daughter's lox and
Yeah, so
bagels.
far, everything you showed, I can't have.
I'm sorry. Well, it's something you can pray about for the future. Okay, so new words based on our new root. The pictures of food are holding everyone's attention.
More of a sour cream man myself.
What?
Yeah,
More of a sour
cream.
cream man myself.
Yeah, it's either sour cream or applesauce for most people. I might make some of those this week.
It's not hungry yet.
That's okay.
Mitzvah.
Mitzvah.
It's
Mitzvah.
It's
Yes. Mitzvah. Commands, commander, or governor. Is that? No.
This is from last week.
Ah, in that case,
Oh, this is last week.
yeah, let's give you a new sheet.
Here's this week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
right.
I was gonna make that.
And pass one to me also so I see what's on it.
Well,
When it
It'll
comes around,
get, it'll get back to, yeah. Okay. So I may have them in a little different order than here. But one thing you're going to notice on these words is like that, mitzvah, mitzvah, which means bound to, obliged, or ordered. You notice that in this case you have the same letters, but the vowels are different. In which you'll have to see the context that it's written in to understand which word it's actually pointing towards. So it was saying some things are context related. And Siva, we're getting to a little different. And that means he commanded. Sivoy, which the oi sound you'll find a lot in the Hasidic community, added to a lot of words. And again, command, order, imperative. So you notice how very similar the words are. The differences, even in the meanings, is very subtle. And then mitzvah and mitzvot, a commandment or a good deed. And you notice mitzvah is singular, mitzvot is when you make it plural. It's a feminine word, but we'll get into that possibly in the next book.
Like the table.
What?
The table.
So how are we doing so far with this? Come on, computer, go to the next one. Start bringing up the next one. There we go. It's time to look at the book a little. You know, we did get the books, we might as well use them. So page 71.
Oh, man, I got 71 for 62.
What? It's magic.
I was on
It's a miracle.
We're going to 71?
Page 71.
Oh, I see, you brought that.
You know, in the part where it says Jewish life, these are all words that we've learned the letters to already. And see if you recognize them. Anyone want to read any? What?
That begin with rocks?
No, the section above. I'm
Oh,
talking.
the section above.
Yeah.
At the top?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pick a word.
still. Oh, way over here.
The top of page 71.
Le'elam.
It says Jewish life.
Le'elam ba'ed.
Yeah. The Olam Ed, which we have in our prayers forever and ever.
Yatsar.
Yetzirah.
Evil inclination.
Yes.
Bat mitzvah.
Yeah, the word Yetzirah we talk about also with gossip, because gossip is an evil inclination.
Dainu,
Where are you? Diana?
sufficient for us. Dainu.
Okay. Yeah.
Dainu.
Well, or it could also mean that it would have been.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, Diana, we look at as it, that would have been enough, because the whole
Can
song.
we say that?
Yeah. On Passover, there's a song where if God would have just done this, it would have been enough. You also did this, and that would have been enough.
Right.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise.
Yerushalayim.
Yeah.
Zion.
Well, see if you can recognize the word without looking at the English also, what it means.
Yeah.
You say Yehudi?
Everyone's in a different place. Yeah.
Leolam.
Yehudi, yes.
Leolam.
Right.
The Olam Va'ed.
Yetzer.
Yetzer.
Haron.
Yetzirah,
Yeah, like the good inclination.
an evil inclination.
Evil
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
it, like gossiping.
Yeah.
You don't want to spread Yetzirah.
Leah.
Oh, yeah, it's to ascend.
There.
Yeah.
There. Tom. There to me.
Near Tamid.
Shalom ba'ed.
Yahuwah.
Yehudi. Yehudi,
Yehudi, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yehudi.
yeah.
And
then Yehuda. Yeah.
Yeah, Yehuda is the next one. Amida.
Amidah, which means standing.
Amidah.
It's, yeah, the
Uh-huh.
Amidah. It means standing, because the prayer,
Standing.
the Shemona Esrei, the prayer that has the 18
Yeah.
blessings, is recited while standing. So,
Yeah. I think it's being up. Or
yeah, you can
I
either
guess
call it
standing.
Shemona Esrei, which expresses the 18 blessings, or the Amidah, which means you stand for that one.
Shalom. Bayit.
Ba'ed.
Bayit, I mean.
Yeah,
Shalom Bayit.
Shalom Bayit. That's household peace or family harmony. So I was trying to get into things that express our lifestyle there. Things important to Jewish life. So we've gotten into some good things. And next we have on the next page some parts of prayers and blessings. So who wants to start with one of those? Starting with the A on page.
Can I ask you a real quick question?
Sure.
On this sheet, on the commands, the commander,
Yeah.
that one has a, I guess that'd just be the what do you call it? It's, it's a goal. Is this a goal? But it's Metzah Metzova,
which one? The second one is Mitzaveh.
Metzova.
Yeah,
I didn't know how to pronounce that at the air.
yeah, yeah, Mitzaveh.
Like it been.
Yeah.
Eh. Now, who wants to take a look at some of the blessings that we have? Anyone?
Which page are we on?
72,
Okay, what number starting at,
starting at A.
A?
Yeah. Anyone?
Where? Metzova.
Now you're on G. I'm talking about below that on A.
Oh, Egel,
Yeah.
Baruch, Ata,
No.
well, it's, the two Yos would be Adonai,
Mm-hmm.
Adonai.
Yeah.
Baruch Adonai,
Yeah.
Hamad, Baruch, Hamad, Hamad,
Yeah, on that.
I'll give you a hint. You say it every Shabbat in the service.
The response to the
Yeah. Baruch Adonai Hamvarot Yolam Va'ed.
Baruch Hu Adonai Amara.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarot Yolam Va'ed.
It's easier to say.
Yeah.
Barak.
We're starting to get more into actually being able to do whole sections of prayers
I
now.
was looking at it, I didn't even see the resh as a resh, I don't know, I was looking at it as something else. Okay.
Who wants to try the next one? Next one might be a little harder, but it's one that we sing during the service.
Behaya.
Who wants to give this one a try?
Hanabarim.
Will you, Hadvarim, or Elah?
Share.
Asher. Yeah,
Hanaki.
yeah.
Mitzor.
Mitzav Kor.
Let's say that one again.
Mitzav Kor.
Miss, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a car. Sophie.
Yeah, that's
a car.
a Kor.
Hayom. Hayom.
Al
Yeah.
Levavecha. That's then when we do the Shema. What?
Yeah, but I have to.
Yeah.
Beginning.
And for Hayu Hadvarim or Elah Asher Anoki Mitzvah Hayom Al Levavecha. That's in the Shema. Quite quickly
Yeah,
here.
they're so feet sometimes, so you get used to them. I get them, I forget which one I'm seeing, whether it's a top speed or
Yeah, the way to get used to is to see it over and over. It's the second line when you do the Shema, that first paragraph that we all sing together. It's the second line.
yeah.
And these words which I command you this day, you shall take to your heart. You shall take to heart. That line means. So, again, for you, Hadvarim, or Elah, Asher, Anoki, Mitzavcha, Hayom, Al, Levavecha. Everyone want to try the next one? I'll give you a hint. It's the next line.
Not the town.
What?
Close.
Rishi Nantar.
Yeshinan.
Yeah.
Rishi Nantam.
Lebanai.
Levanecha, yeah. Yeah. Vidibarto, Bam, Rishiftika, Rishiftika, Vinesecha, we may have to get Johnson to come with his guitar for these classes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Viteka, Teko, Velektikor, Derek, yeah. You want to try that one again?
Yeah, it's like
Shinanka.
Nata.
You don't pronounce the two dots. I forget what it's called. You don't pronounce that one.
Oh,
Rishinantor. Nanta.
yeah, that's a weird one. I've never seen it quite like that.
Shinatown, Ibanesa,
Whatever.
Bar, bomb,
Yeah.
Basha,
Rishiftikor.
Basha, Bata,
Rishiftikor.
Taka,
Okay.
Bebe, Taka.
Rishiftikor, Vivesekor,
Yeah.
Velektikor,
Beta,
Derek. Okay. You have to practice these.
It's gonna take a lot of practice to go in speed.
Yeah. Hopefully with doing the classes every other week, we'll get more practice in the pronunciations.
Well, what I was doing for a while is just sitting with a Kamash and just trying to sound out words.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting better at it, but slow.
Yeah.
I'll go through them and they don't sound right, and then all of a sudden I go, oh, it's like that.
Yeah. And the last one I want to try, the next one I want to try and get them to add into the service, because
Whenever did you leave off?
it's the end of the,
C.
C.
D is the next
you're up to D
Oh,
now.
I thought you were past that.
one. Oh, wait.
Ani, Adonai,
Yeah.
El,
Elohechem,
Asher,
Elohechem,
Asher,
Avitz,
Otsesi,
say that again?
Let's see.
Otsesi,
Avitz, Avitz,
Eskem, Eskem, Redkem, Me'eretz, Mitzrayim,
Mizraim,
yeah,
to Adonai, no.
Lehios, Lochem,
Oh, let me go. Okay.
yeah,
Him, Leah,
Leilochem,
Leah, Elohim. Ani,
yeah,
Adonai,
Elohechem,
Elohecha,
yeah.
or Elohechem.
אני אדנה אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיוס לכם לאלוקים. אני אדנה אלוהיכם. And usually we have the word MS after. That's
Adonai,
for the Shema. This is the last few lines of the Shema of the third paragraph.
He's the one that brought us out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah.
Adonai, Yallah.
May he reigns forever and ever, right?
What?
I am your God. Yeah. I
I am the Lord thy God who has taken you out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Is that what?
Now that was like Shamor.
That's not true. Next one, E.
Jehovah,
Adonai,
Here, baby, you gonna try me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you love the Allah.
You're always always hear when you say that.
What? It's easier when you add the ability to it.
Yeah, you should hum it, and then we read it.
Okay. This one I don't know a melody for.
Stop.
Ushmort Seisenu, Uvo Enu, Lahayenu, Ulishalom, Meator, Viad Olam.
What's the ooh,
What?
what's the ooh for on these? In
The U?
It's usually plural. like-
ooh, shamor?
Ushma, where I'm looking for you looking. Ushamor.
Leonu?
Yeah.
Uvo Enu.
Ooh, le shamor?
Ulishalom.
Okay.
And want to try next one. Marty, you're being quiet today.
Yeah, I'm just, trying to keep following.
It's about
Okay. The next one is the beginning of the Amida or Shemona Esrei. What?
That's a hill
Okay,
again.
quit making it look easy.
Oh, this is easy. Look, I told you, Eloheinu, Elohei Avosseinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov. El HaGadol, HaGabor, El Elyon. Yeah, we're supposed to be reading it, not just I hit my memory.
They are. Where are you?
What?
The Baruch Atah.
Right, yeah.
Elohim.
Eloheinu,
Elohim.
yeah.
The next word.
Velohei,
Velohei.
Velohei,
Velohei.
Velohei,
So our God and the God of our fathers.
Avosseinu.
Avot is father.
Avotenu.
The new on the end
Oh,
is
that's
our,
Yeah.
yeah,
Our.
it's plural.
Imotenu,
They're emotive.
yeah,
Ve'imotenu.
yeah. That's more a conservative way of doing it.
What's that?
That,
You know?
Black cases.
For sure, reform and conservative, it's still,
Okay.
they're doing it more.
Elohim.
Yeah.
Abraham.
Elohei, Abraham, yeah.
And then there's three dots.
Yellow.
Because they.
Yeah, because they skipped a few
Elohim,
earlier.
Elohim,
Yeah.
Elohim.
Elohei,
Elohei. Oh, it has the yod on the end. That one.
what?
It's
No.
A,
Elohei,
La'at.
Leah.
yeah.
La'at. They.
Velohei,
That one up there.
yeah.
Elohei.
Yeah, it's like Elohei, but the verb at the beginning because it's an and.
Rachel.
What's that?
Rachel.
Yeah, yeah,
Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel.
yes,
Yeah, so basically they're saying Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rachel, Rebecca, and Leah. They just left out some of them.
yeah.
For brevity, I guess.
hmm Yeah, Orthodox won't add female names, but conservative more and more they are, and Reform they are.
Okay.
And who wants to go to H? Yes.
Elohim.
Yeah. Elohei, yeah. We just did some of this. Avotenu, yeah. Emotenu, yeah. Would say,
Rachel.
yeah.
How do you, would it just be What's that?
It would say,
I went to this
it's
one.
the A sound under the side.
It's two dots, yeah. Two dots.
It's two dots, an A.
My friends, it's gonna be a long time.
Dimdu Corteno. Yeah, that one's a tongue twister. The new Corteno. Anyone want to try another one?
Nadim,
Oh, Dim?
Odin.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is one we say in English at the end of the service a lot, and it's taken again from the Amida. End of the Amida. So, yeah, I need,
Anafenu.
Yeah.
Anafenu.
okay. Modim anachnu loch she'ator hu adnoi Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu imusenu yolam v'ed tzur chayenu Adon Elenu v'rochu. Anyone else want to try and read that one?
I, is that what you were doing?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I just read it.
Modi,
Yeah,
Anat,
anachnu,
oh, Anachnu.
yeah,
Modi, Anachnu, Lecha, Lach.
Yeah.
Shato,
Sheata.
Sha'ata, yeah,
Ho, oh, I don't know that.
who, yeah,
Adonai,
yeah,
Elo, Hainu,
yeah,
Who is he?
and
he is she?
the, no, yeah.
sounds like might be Patan.
I keep messing this one up 1,000 times.
The Elohim.
The Elohim.
Ve'Elohei,
Yeah.
Practice that.
Say it smoother, but.
Abi, Abo,
Rotino.
Avotenu, yeah,
the,
Ve'i,
the,
Emotenu,
the, oh, there's the dot. Oh, emote,
yeah,
le,
Yolam,
Lelamaya, I know
Yeah.
that one. I don't know that. And then down here it says Zur, Zur,
Tzur Chayenu,
Chayenu.
yeah. And it continues on, but they're not going to continue on. We proclaim that you are the Lord our God and God of our ancestors throughout all time.
That's all eternity, right?
Bayom, Wahoo,
It'll be very slow.
Yeah,
Adonai,
yeah. Namahu Ihiyah Adonai.
Yeah.
If we did Oleno, this is the ones we sing at the end of Oleno.
Ekad,
Yeah.
Ekad, Bay,
Boo. It's got a
Ushemu,
Shemo,
Ushmo.
oh, Ushemo,
yeah.
Ekad.
That's right.
He won't be one in his name one.
Bayom Hahu, yeah, Adonai Echad. Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad. Ushemo
I can
Echad.
sing it, I can't read it.
Bayom,
What?
Bayom Hahu.
Yes.
That day.
Mhm.
Oh, maybe some.
So those are the words that are covered. Now we only have one more thing to talk about, and that is to life.
Tonight.
L'chaim. In this case, we're just using the chai, the yud and the ches, which they talk about here. It's used like the letter ches, which is the 8th letter, and the yud, which is the 10th, which is the number 18. So it's why in Jewish tradition, when people make donations to things, they do it in multiples of $18.
Or when somebody turns bar mitzvah, give them 18 dollars.
18,
Well,
Yeah,
it's
so
usually
I-
36.
yeah, or double
72.
chi or triple
Yeah.
chi. You can do 10 times chi if you really want to, but an interesting thing to show the power of the Hebrew alphabet when you think about chi as life.
I want life, so I
They say water is the staff of life. H2O. H, the atomic weight is 1, so you have H2, so that's 2. O, the atomic weight is 16. 16 and 2, 18. Life. So water is life.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
You said that before. I know that's
Yeah, I've mentioned before that God told Adam to name all the things that were around him. And it's interesting that in naming them, all the elements, the names for the elements in Hebrew is equal to the atomic weight of that element. As Bob proven that Hebrew is a sacred language.
That's amazing.
Just like I've mentioned before, about if you look at our DNA, 10 strands with the double carbon block, and then 5 strands, then double carbon block, then 6 strands, then another double carbon block, and then 5 strands. So that's 10, 5, 6, 5.
That's your hey, Bob.
Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey.
Yeah.
Our DNA, in our DNA, God signs every masterpiece He creates. That's the power of this language we're learning. The subtleties that are hidden within it.
I've seen a lot of these very like that guy. Those videos,
Yeah.
there's so much like that.
And just a reminder to pay attention to the words that we use. And
Oh, that cabbage looks
yeah. And to remember the theme, and I'd like to say, and that's pretty much it for today. So thank you for attending.